90 days later. So, Jeremy, would you like to share that how is the whole hearing happen?
Yeah. So hi guys. So I think it's evening, New York time zone, and we chose this time so that the United States audience can see the live shows. Yeah, I know it's Friday night now for you, so maybe you are enjoying some some club or some fantastic party.
Yeah.
But now.
But I think that the crypto is crushing all the year. So maybe as crypto investors, we don't enjoy Friday night because we have no money to the club. Just kidding.
Yeah, you can make a lot by using Pionex, and then you can join parties.
Correct.
Every weekend.
Yeah.
So today I'm going to address about the USDT Tether hearing and how you can make money from the hearing and the stablecoins. So let's begin from the whole process. So back in April, so the New York Attorney General revealed that her office obtained a court filing alleging that iFinix Inc., so it's the parent company of Tether and BitFinix, and their associated entities were in violation of New York law in connection with activities that may have defrauded New York-based crypto investors. So that means New York investors cannot use Tether anymore. Yeah. And so actually the hearing has being extended a lot of times. So the reason one is the July 29th. But in this time, the judge rules to extend BitFinix and iFinix case in New York, and it got a 19-day extension to the case again. So nothing happens this time.
When I'm like reading some news on the internet, and there are some people just talking about that an extension. An extension somehow means that the case will going to like just nothing happen in the future. Because they can't get any proof for Tether, so maybe something will be happening like that.
But that may be a black swan in the future. People may think nothing will happen in the future in the next 90 days, but maybe something just happened and your Tether may be just a thin air.
I have lost some money from the black swan event of Tether like a year ago. Because I just panic sell the Tether into something crypto.
So, So the New York Attorney General's office started an investigation into BitFinix. As I have told you, iFinix is the parent company of both BitFinix and Tether, and allegedly the company covered up a loss of $850 million by giving itself access to $900 million worth of Tether's reverses. So that's the reason how it began.
Would you like to tell me that like what is the cash reserve and why would we need it?
Sure. So let's go to the next slide. So on February 25th, Tether quietly changed the wording on its homepage, so admitting for the first time that its reserves included traditional currency and cash equivalents, as well as other assets and receivables from loans made by Tether to third parties. So prior to the change, Tether always claimed that Tether was 100% backed up by traditional currency, just the USD. So the statements used to read, every tether is always back to 1 to 1 USD by traditional currency held in reserves. So that's the reason why tether has turned to a very dangerous, high risky asset.
Yeah.
So that means so I can explain this in a simpler way. So long time ago, Tether claimed that you can withdraw any one Tether to 1 USD because they have reserved 100% USD in their bank account. But later they just say, no, we don't have that much money. Some of your tethers are backed by their loans of the iPhoenix company. So that means if the iPhoenix company bankrupt, your money will be zero.
They also admit that they have used the cash reserves to invest in Bitcoin.
So if the Bitcoin price just drops, or if they just use the leverage, so the money will be gone.
To the latest news disclosed that they seem to have 79% of cash reserves right now, and other might be in crypto or in some ROM, something like that.
So that is so dangerous. So I think they just published their platform token deal. So that is used to raise money. They raised $1 billion US. I think most of the money is used to back these tethers. Because some of their money has been frozen.
And here's
another chart of the tether cap versus Bitcoin price. So a lot of people think the tether inflation causes the price swings fluctuations of Bitcoin price. So each time tether releases a lot of USDT, the price of Bitcoin will be increased a lot, will be pumped a lot. So some people may think tether, the BitUniverse company, is controlling the market of Bitcoin. So that is very dangerous. And today we are also going to introduce some types of the stable coins which can replace the tether. So we divide all stable coins into two parts. One is Fiat-collateralized stable coins, and another part is crypto-collateralized. So what does the Fiat-collateralized stable coins mean? So that means their company just used the traditional fiat currency, just USD as the backup. So each stable coins is backed by 1 USD. But the difference between those stable coins are some of the stable coins are regulated by the government, but some are not. So these are 5 stable coins: the PAXOS, Tether, USDC, GUSD, and TUSD. So other than Tether, those 4 are regulated. So another part is the crypto-collateralized stable coins. So what does it mean? So it means the USD. You can see that the left one is DAI and the right one is BitUSD. So they are generated by the smart contract. So each time so the DAI is generated by the maker. So it's backed up by the Ethereum chain. So each time maybe you just collateralize your Ethereum into the smart contract, it will generate some DAI, the same as the BitUSD. But I think the stable, I think it will be influenced by the market cap of the chain. For example, why the BitUSD is not so stable, because the whole market cap of its shares it is dropping. So yeah, 1 year ago maybe the cap is still 200 million US dollars, but now it's dropping. So the BUSD cannot keep being stable.
Yeah.
But DAI is based on Ethereum chain, so it's more stable.
Yeah.
So let's take PAXOS as an example. How PAXOS generate the PAX token to the market? Yeah. The first step, a user sends USD to the token issuer's bank account. So that means if I want to get 1 PAX, I should send my USD to PAXOS bank. Yeah. And also the PAXOS bank receive the money from all of the world, including Chinese account. So yeah, so Chinese people can also get PAXOS from that. The second step is PAXOS creates equivalent amount of PAX using PAX smart contract. Yeah, so as is all known that PAXOS is issued on Ethereum. Yeah, so it can use a smart contract to issue the PAX. And the third step is the PAX are delivered to your address after they have confirmed your money has been to their account. Yeah, so there's no fees for PAXOS standard tokens when they are issued. Yeah. So this is Maker and DAI.
Okay.
So I think it's a bit difficult to explain.
Yeah, it looks very complicated. All the flow charts and blah blah blah.
Yeah, I think maybe we can skip this part and we can write some article about how Maker and DAI works. Yeah, because I think it will take too long for me to explain this, and maybe it's too technical. Yeah, and today the more important thing is to introduce how you can make money using Pionex and stablecoins. So let's just skip this part.
Cool.
Yeah. Oh,
okay. And this is the model I personally I would like to introduce to all of our users, because let me try how to.
Yeah. So I know this is very popular in the United States, and it's very popular on 4chan. The community. Yes. Maybe Dave, you can introduce this. Your favorite stablecoin to the audience.
This is Reserve Protocol, and compared to other stablecoin, he used a hybrid stablecoin models, which means it has like 2 kinds of token. First is RSV Reserve. It is just like fiat-based token, and not really like fiat-based because it is not one USD traditional currency. Maybe by some Bitcoin or some Ethereum, whatever. But it will make sure it is 1-on-1 ratio with the USD equivalent. And another token is rights, which and the token name is RSR. And why is it different? It's so special that because the reserves of the RSV will change according to time if the market drop or rise. So users, the RSR holders could use this token to something like arbitrage the reserve. So it would be something like the dynamic equivalent from the from the reserve itself, the 1-on-1 backed equivalent funds, and another it can use the rights to arbitrage between it. So I think if you are interested in this project, you could just watch a white paper, and they have plenty of videos about how it works and what is so special. And what is a plus to me is that because it is backed by PayPal, the PayPal gag. Yeah. So that's why I personally very interested in this project. Yeah.
Okay. So in my opinion, the difference between RSR and other stablecoins are, so RSR is backed by different basket of currencies, including the traditional fiat currencies and also the cryptocurrencies. And whenever the market fluctuates, more fiat currencies are included to keep the stable. Keep it stable. So. And we can see that it's the stablecoin index. A lot of people may think the price of stablecoins are always the same, so are always stable, so 1 to 1 USD. But actually, the price of stablecoins are not stable. Yes. So you can see. Sorry, where's my mouse? I cannot see. Sorry. So let's just see the chart. I cannot see my mouse. The price of the stablecoin has been increased to more than 5% and dropped to also more than 5%. So it's still fluctuating, but the range is not so much. Maybe only 10% of gap. So what can we do of using this? So we can arbitrage from these. That means we all know that you can withdraw the money one by one to USD. When the price of it is increasing, in market you can sell it and you can withdraw it. You can deposit from the channels you have and you can sell it to the market. Whenever it drops, you can buy. You can buy the coin from the market and you can withdraw it to the channels. And another thing we can see is that the USDT now dominates more than 80% of the market. But several years ago, maybe Tether has dominated 99% of the market, but the market is thinking that Tether is too high risky and they want to use some regulated stable coins. So other coins they're just competing with Tether and they just want to replace the Tether. So I think in my mind Tether is it's very risky. So I just want to use other stable coins. I prefer PAXOS or USDC, which is issued by Circle.
What do you think that if USDT got some trouble or some like black swan events happened in Untitled, what do you think about that will affect the market?
It will affect a lot. So first, if there is a black swan that Tether has dropped to 0, so first Bitcoin price will be pumped a lot. Just like 1 year ago in 2018. So there is some news about Tether that Tether may be shut down. So the price of Bitcoin, I remember, just increased by 20% and then dropped to normal price. So in similar way, if in the next hearing, if the Tether is announced to be illegal, the Bitcoin price should be pumped maybe by 50% or more. And then other stable coins will dominate the market, and I think the USDC, PAXOS, and other stable coins, True USD, they are the top 3 ones which are competing. So they may replace the Tether. But I don't know which one will be the winner then. But of course, one of them will be the champion, and it will dominate most of the market. So that's what will happen.
Okay. And it got me interested that if you're going to issue a stable coin,
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Because if I issue some like Dave coin, I could maybe pump or down, and I could like sell my token and earn some money. But if you issue stablecoin, what is point of issuing stablecoin? What's the benefit from Tether?
Okay, so you mean how Tether can make profit from issuing the Tether? The
Yeah,
USDT?
exactly.
Yeah, so I can explain how they make profits. So first, so Tether, the company, they can receive the fee of withdrawing when people want to withdraw the Tether from to USD. Yeah, so they can get a lot of profit from that. So I know that they have got maybe 10 million US dollars profit from that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Every year?
Yeah, every year. That's a big number.
Yeah.
And another thing is they can lend the money to others and they can get some fee. Yeah. Maybe if I just lend because the market cap of Tether has been 4 billion now. Yeah, if I lend 10% of it, that's $400 million, and if the fee is 10%, so that means 40 million profit every year. Yeah. So that's also a huge number. And the third thing, I think, it can use a Tether USDT to pump them down. Yeah.
Just like everyone think that Tether and BitFinex do it.
Yeah.
Tether printed money and sent to BitFinex, and
Yes.
BitFinex buy some Bitcoin
Yeah,
up.
I believe so. I think each time the Bitcoin price is pumped, USDT is increasing at the same time.
Yeah.
What a coincidence.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's come to Pionex. Which stablecoins have we offered now? Now we have offered two kinds of stablecoins. One is HUSD and another one is USDT Tether. Yeah. So about Tether, we all know it has dominated the whole market. So more than 80% of the volume is about Tether. Yeah. So we have to list it in our exchange.
Yeah.
But I think in the future we may choose other stablecoins as our main stablecoins. Yeah, we may promote them because Tether is too risky. Yeah. And another one is HUSD. So the reason why we have listed HUSD is because Pionex is an aggregate exchange. So we have aggregated Huobi now, and we will also aggregate Binance in the future and other exchanges. So there is a stablecoin called HUSD in Huobi exchange. So what is HUSD? So it's combined by other stablecoins, the PAX, USDC, TUSD, and GUSD. So they want to keep the risk be very low. Yeah. So even if one of the stablecoins has dropped to zero, you can use other stablecoins to cover. Yeah. So you can deposit each of the stablecoin. For example, you can just deposit PAX or USDC, TUSD, or GUSD into the Huobi exchange, and it will transfer the stablecoins into HUSD.
Yeah.
And you can also choose to withdraw each one of the stablecoins to your account. Yeah, so that's very easy to understand how it works. Yeah, so it just reduces risk, and you can just think it's very safe, and you can use it. Yeah, but now the volatility is not so good of HUSD because it's not globally known for people.
Only on Huobi exchange.
Yeah. So in future, we will replace the HUSD using other stable coins. Yeah, we will list maybe PAX, USDC, and others.
Yeah, cool.
But I think these four stable coins, the Gemini USD is the smallest
Yeah, they got a really small volume.
Yeah, a really small volume. So maybe we will only list PAXOS, USDC, and TUSD.
Yeah.
So far. Yeah.
PAX and USDC might be the biggest two.
Yeah, the biggest two. Yeah. And another thing which is important is how to make money. So I have said one way to arbitrage from stable coins, just withdraw or deposit and sell or buy to market. But another way is it's more easier to make profit. That is to use the trading bot of Pionex. Yeah, you can see this is the candlestick chart of USDT HUSD trading pair. So the price is not always 1-to-1. So you can see the highest price has come to 1.04 and the lowest price has come to
0.97.
Yeah, so that's maybe 5 plus 3, around 10% of range. And that's a lot, and with low risk. So you can use the grid trading bot and set the range, the lowest price as at this level, and the highest price as the highest level, and you can just divide the range into maybe 10 or 20 grids, and even if whenever the price drops, it will help you to buy, and whenever the price is increased, it will help you to sell. So when the price of HUSD and USDT are fluctuating, you can make money from it. Although the profit may be not very high, the annualized profit may be only 20%, but it's much more higher than you just putting your money in the bank. Because you know this is a stable coin, and it's just like fiat currencies. If you put them in the bank, you can maybe only get 1% of interest, or at most 3%, 5%. That's only a little. But if you just put your money into the grid trading bot and running a pair of stable, you can get 20% of return. So that's much bigger than that.
So what do you think that what's the benefits compared to running this kind of trading bot on Huobi, Binance, and the Pionex? What is the advantage of running this bot on Pionex?
So the most important thing is the trading fee of Pionex. So Pionex fee is the lowest among these exchanges. As we all know that the Binance fee is
0.1.
0.1%. And if you use the BNB, you can get a 25% discount. So that means a 0.75%. But if you run the trading bot in Pionex, you can get the 0.05. That's another 25% discount. If you just run the trading bot on Huobi, the price is 4 times higher. So the profit of stable coins is not very high. So if the fee dominates a big part of your profit, it's not good. So lower the fee, the better.
Another is that because when we running the bot on this kind of stable to stable periods, we have to set a really tight like grids. So that's another that lower trading fee metrics to this kind of trading bot.
And also Pionex has the good liquidity. Because it aggregates other exchanges. You don't need to worry if you can make money from the dApps. It's very good.
Okay.
So next one. Okay.
So
it's the end now. So is there any questions from the audience, or have we gathered some questions from Slido?